Hey everyone, welcome to another video review, and yeah, this is a big special one. You can see that is, well, Transformers War for Cybertron Unicron. Yeah, the big HasLab project. You can see that is his box, because he is big, and there's no way to fit all of it on there. You could see that my review space is simply not that big comparatively to this thing. Yeah, there's the box. There's the front of the box anyway. Yeah, he comes with a big, huge, well, yeah, it's 2 foot by 2 foot by 2 foot. Yeah, it is a large box. You can see there, yeah, he's got his, this artwork of Unicron there looking all menacing in his planet mode, and it says Unicron on there and Generations. It's card toning Hasbro 15 plus, and a little thing and then tiny there, it says assembly required. On the left side there, you can see, yeah, that is more of the artwork of the Unicron and his logo and stuff, and authentic Transformers down there on the bottom left. On the back, you see, I guess, Cybertron and some Transformers kind of flying through space, and Unicron's head disconnected in a planet, and look, the Quintesson ship, I cannot remember what the name of it is. On the left, I guess left side of the box or whatever, you can see Unicron's logo again, designed by HasLab. Yep. On the top, you can see it says War for Cybertron Trilogy and Transformers. It's got a little bit of space dust, which is also on the inside flap. And on the bottom here, you have more of Unicron's picture, although that's upside down there, and we'll just recycle the cardboard and all that stuff. So yeah, that's the packaging. Also the instruction manual. You see, yep, lot there. Lots of pages, including how to assemble it and whatnot. Lots of stuff to cover. It also comes with a bunch of other little accessories. We'll get to those as I get to the review, because yeah, you can probably tell this review is not the standard one. I'm going to be doing a lot of jump cuts instead of the usual one shot, one take, one shot thing. So there's going to be a lot of jump cutting and a lot of me moving stuff around on weird new camera angles. And this might not work as well as I'd hope, but we'll see how this goes. And there's the big kahuna himself, Unicron. Yeah, the single biggest Transformer ever made, and pretty much the biggest figure I have. And yeah, again, you can see he completely overshadows my review space. He is big, too big for my review space, and you can see that. He is enormous. Yeah, you can see those planetary rings there. Just everything. Yeah, he's a big guy. He's just a monstrous figure. And there's not much I can do to, yeah, it's like, at this size, you can see, like, yeah, you can see just the fact that, yeah, yeah, it's just big. No way around that. Yeah, you can see, though, he's largely blue with some orange and silver, some light blue here and there. And, of course, you can see also the mouth, the maw there is not entirely orange, which has got some people really in a tizzy, but I don't really mind so much. I understand why it is the way it is. And I don't throw tantrums like a lot of people have. Yes, some people were calm about it and, saying, yeah, oh man, this sucks that it isn't, completely orange like I was hoping it would. But the way some people carried on, including suggesting chargebacks because it's not orange, and what was it? I think I saw something like demanding that they make new pieces and all sorts of stuff that I was is getting a little crazy for a while, but now people are getting them in hand. Suddenly the demand is people are getting so less demanding about it. So weird. Yeah, he's big. I'm gonna try to get up close and show some detail here and there, but we'll see again how that works. Yeah, you can see there's the yeah, you can see that's the maw. You can see up close orange, and you've got his orange teeth and everything. You can also see, if you spin this outer ring, the teeth open. It's geared. That's part of the reason they didn't want to paint it, because this stuff all moves, and they're worried about like paint scrapage and parts wearing out when it's not. So they didn't paint this orange because they're worried about wearing out. You can also see inside there, maybe, sure will, it's got the it's got the little inner mouth thing. If you remember the movie, that was kind of silverish grayish color, but yeah. That's one big thing. But yeah, you can see also Yeah, a lot of tech detailing around the whole thing. There's just generally a lot of tech detailing. You can see that there's all over the place on that. You can see the horn, the little horn teeth things. You know, there's detail in those. Those can also move out pretty far and in pretty far. Yeah, there's a lot there. You can also go a little bit up and down thanks to transformation stuff, but that's not really supposed to do that. Yeah, getting up close to the rings and stuff. You can see yeah, you can see the rings kind of have a lot of empty spots, and that kind of simulates the weird effects and patterns they had on the movie. But yeah, a lot of people are upset about the next fact that these are hollow in some parts, but like again, I kind of get why they're trying to simulate the way the rings look in the movie without going crazy overboard with the budget, because there's already a $600 figure. There's a lot going on here. It's also got these little spikes on the planet. You can see that. Yeah, these are more or less little. These are rubbery plastic. These are rubbery plastic, so they're soft. They're much softer. They're less prone to breakage. Although some people reported some of the spikes on theirs, including particularly on the shoulders, the robot mode, have been broken outside of the package. You can see. Again, you can see a lot of the silver up top. You can see how the ring plugs in. You know, lots of blue there. Again, more silver down below. You can also see the stand, which big old stand. The stand is a significant amount of weight by itself. Plugs right in up there. Getting that a little bit too. Yeah, you can see a bit of the orange there. The orange circles around. See little ones there. See a lot of the panel lines from the panels that come apart for transformation. Again, you can see also the back part. And yeah, you can see a bit of the arms there. Yeah, really nice looking overall. You can see all that tech detailing and stuff. And down below there, you can see that's Armada Unicron. Again, just to give you a good idea of how big he is. Now, normally, this is where I'd do a big old, this is where I'd say, I'm going to transform it, and you see a real fast version of me, of it moving about as it slowly transforms to robot mode, or music plays. But that's not going to happen this time. This just not going to. There's no way. If you want to see the transformation, I am doing a full separate transformation video. Hopefully it'll go well. It's going to be again a bit different than usual, but that's just how it is. So yeah, hopefully that goes well, and you'll see how it transforms. Because yeah, this is where we're pretty much going to just jump to. There's one thing I have to show you for basically when you put it on the stand, but beyond that, it's pretty much we're just going to jump to robot mode from here. So, after that brief little thing, so let's get going on that, huh? I'm babbling enough. All right, one quick thing to look out for. You see this panel right here? There's a little panel right there. You see that? That panel is out. It's part of the shell when you get this. And you have to basically undo this stuff for the transformation, and then you have to come in here and you have to flip that, move these panels out so you can then flip this panel inward. And then you can close it all back up. That's what you do to get it on the stand, because the instructions do not tell you this. You can kind of look at the last page of the instructions. It'll kind of show you how to get it off the stand, which is kind of help. But yeah, do that. Do not move this outward. I know some people have without problems, but if you move this panel outward instead, it has a tendency to put stress on the hinge, because it's kind of the stand itself kind of presses on it. So just an FYI, just this little panel right here, you got to basically undo the sides like in the transformation video, and then flip this in. Move these panels out, flip that in, and then close it all back up. And then you're good to go for putting it on the stand. Yeah, so robot mode here. After a transformation, which is actually not that complicated, the big problem is just simply his sheer size makes him much more difficult than you think it would. It's just the management of the size of it makes it more difficult. Because actually, otherwise, it's actually, again, fairly simple and pretty easy to understand everything. It's just, yeah, that big size. But yeah, as you can see, he's big. He's a 27-inch tall figure. He is big enough, again, to kind of overwhelm my review space here. He's just plain big. You can see a lot of that detailing and whatnot on him. Just getting up close. You can see up there, yeah, you can see his face. He's got a lot of tech detailing there and whatnot. He's got his green eyes. He's got a lot of tech detailing on his chest. He's got his abdomen, his red abdomen, although there's more, I guess, abs than usual. Moving down. Yeah, you can see the silver and the blue. You can see he's somewhat asymmetrical in his design. You can see the orange thighs with the little silver bits on there, but a brighter yellow as well. And then down here, you can see a lot of blue, light blue, and the gray feet and all that stuff. And blue on his forearms, his silver hands. Yeah, he's good looking, for sure. He's still, I mean, he's got a lot of, like, you know, you got the little bits hanging off of him. You can see his planet mode horns hanging out there. Yeah, you can see some of it. Yeah, there's lots of spikes. They're made of they're made of a rubbery plastic, so shouldn't be too much of a problem. Again, though, this is right here. There's some little nubs here on the shoulders, which some people have reported broken out of the box. Thankfully, mine are not like that. But yeah, big guy, for sure. There's a lot alike about him, and yeah, it's just I don't know what else to say, really. He's amazing looking. And again, it's just, this video probably is not going to give you a really good idea just how massive he is. This is one of those things where it's like, everyone's been saying it and it's still true, which is you really need to see him in person to understand just how big he is. Yeah, and he is big. Go ahead and just get into articulation, I guess. His head, it's kind of got a multiple swivel hinges. It's got swivel, so you can go left and right. Not that much before it starts banging and stuff. You can look up a bit. You can actually tend to look up more, but it bangs in the backpack here. You can look down a little bit. His mouth can open and reveal the blue teeth, which some people are upset about. Again, apparently just a good little silver, I think Gundam marker people or Sharpie will work pretty well and matches pretty well with the silver here. You also got another thing, but I'll get into that with the other accessories, so to speak. His shoulders. Well, lots of ratchets. You'll hear them. Yeah, forward ratchet. You know, technically goes all the way around, although I believe the backpack will get in the way a little bit. Yeah, there's that. The ring pieces will move out of the way a bit. These little spike pieces will also move a little if you need them out of the way. Outward. Quite a bit there too. He's got a bicep swivel, which is just friction. But, you know, there's that. You got a very soft ratcheting elbow. You can see that. You might be able to hear that. I'm not sure. Probably not, though. And down here at the hand, you can see that. Yeah, you can swivel. And they did improve them from the initial, I guess, the initial reveal showed different hands, but they definitely did some improvements on them. Like, you can see the thumb is on a ball joint, so it's got a lot of motion there. You can see that. It's got a hinge right there. One hinge right there at the mid thumb. And each finger has, you can also see it's hollow on the inside, which have upset some people. But yeah, each finger, of course, also has multiple, you know, got the base hinge. Then each finger, of course, has, on top of the base hinge, you got another 2 hinges partway through each finger. So you can get that. So you get that much curl. No splay, unfortunately. That's one thing I wish. I know, well, actually, MMC's Optus Pexis does a really good job with like another set of, I guess, swivels inside the hinge as well. So, been nice, but it's not the end of the world. This is actually quite a bit more than I was expecting for a mainline, even, well, somewhat mainline. Unicron's a weird edge case. So yeah, there's that. Waist. Again, ratchets. I believe it does have full 360, or technically does, but again, I think the backpack will get in the way a bit. These hip flaps can get out of the way in front and in back, as you saw for the transformation probably. And then of course these hip flaps get out of the way too, because get that out of the way. The hips, yeah, quite they're only limited by the hip skirt, so they can go pretty far forward, and they can go far back again because of the transformation. Outward, got that. Unfortunately, on mine at least, this outward ratchet cannot hold up the weight of the leg, which is unfortunate. Based on that, yep, I'm going to try this one. Nope. Unfortunately, my ratchets, the outward ratchets of mine, unfortunately, are not strong enough to hold up the weight of the leg. I'm not sure if that's the same case for everyone else's. I know someone had a broken ratchet outright. So there's that. The thighs can swivel. There's just friction on that. Again, quite a bit of swivel there. Knee, softer ratchet, but it does ratchet a little bit. Not that much range before the panels start banging into the back of the leg. And the foot, of course, there's ankle tilt. Again, ratchet. You got the toe, which can go down. You got the heel can go down. And there's quite a clicky forward and back joint of those, mostly forward. How far does it go? About that far, I think. Oh, maybe a little farther. How far can it go? Yeah, about that far. That's the range. Forward. Yeah, he's got quite a bit of very, very clicky articulation. And he's got the stand, so you can actually put him in some pretty crazy poses because of the stand. And I guess you got this thing too, this little flap, but that's just mostly for transformation. But I guess you got it if you need it for anything whatsoever. It comes with a set of screw hole fillers, and there's quite a few on the arms, both arms. You notice I have not put them all in. Then on the back of this arm, on the right arm, there's holes I haven't filled in yet because I wanted to get in there and tweak with that shoulder, because this shoulder ratchet is tighter on mine than this one, and I'm a little scared about that one because of how tight it is. I'm a little scared I'm going to mess up the plastic here. Someone has caused stress to the plastic panels on the inside the shoulder, so I wanted to tweak that one before I put them on. But yeah, you can see this. There's screw hole. It fills screw holes in on the arms. You can right here. See how we can see those. You can see like right there, there's one, and there's one right there. There's also some on the planet mode horns back there. Yeah, both of those you can see on that one. Let's see if this. Yeah, you can see right there on the center of the screen right there. That's one of the fillers. So yeah, there's a handful of screw hole fillers. So if you really want the screw holes filled in, you can do that. It's actually pretty simple. Just get a pair of little clippers and start putting them in. Again, though, on the back of this right arm, I haven't put them in yet just because I want to tweak the ratchet a little, see if I can get in there. So that's one of the things that comes with it, which people very much appreciate. Now, the other thing, of course, is can he stand without the stand? And the answer is yes, but you have to be really careful because one, it is a $600 toy, and two, he's actually very back heavy. Between the kibble stuff, the shell of the planet on his legs and on his back, he is very back heavy, so he is prone to tipping over. So I'm going to try to do it right now, but I might have to mess with it a little bit. Yeah, the stand itself. Yeah, down here at the stand, yeah, it just slides up. There's a little black piece on the back, on his butt, really. And there's a little thing. It just slides up into it, and so you can just slide it off. It just slides off. try to get him to stand without the stand. Because he can do it. I have done it before. It's just kind of testy. Yeah, I'm a little scared of it. But yeah, he is, as of right now, you can see he is standing without the stand. See, the stand's right over there. So yeah, he is absolutely capable of doing it, but if you're going to do any sort of poses, and again, if you're going to transform him, leave him on the stand. In fact, I would very much recommend put him on the stand for the most part and just leave him there. This is just to, I guess, show off. Like, yeah, he can totally do it. But yeah, as it stands, it's just, as it stands. But yeah, it's really recommended to leave him on the stand for the most part, which also the stand you do have to assemble, which is also... The other thing about him is assembly. Most of the instructions are pretty straightforward. I feel the instructions for assembling the rings and the stand and attaching the equatorial spikes. I feel like those instructions are actually pretty solid and they work really well. Transformation instructions are mostly all right, although there is a couple times where like, wait, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do here. Are you sure this is right? And there's a couple times you're only second guessing yourself because you have to put more force than you're probably comfortable with, but the big thing is, yeah, getting them on the stand is the instructions that they kind of fail to show off very well. And I kind of explained that already, but yeah. You can see right here also, yeah, this is the part that slides up into Unicron, this gray part. Yeah, this is a pretty hefty stand in and of itself. Okay, as a matter of comparisons, it's going to be a little more difficult. I think just to give you an idea, first off, yeah, here he is with Earthrise Prime. You can see, yeah, he's a lot bigger than Earthrise Prime. I guess for something a little more relevant, here's Cyclonus and Scourge from SS-86 and Kingdom. You see, again, he's... Again, quite a bit bigger. If I had Galvatron, I'd show, but, you know, most people don't have Galvatron yet because he was just announced. Or officially announced. Even though we all knew. Here he is with Earthrise Scorponok. Yeah, again, noticeably taller. I mean, getting down to Scorponok's level. Yeah, he's a good bit taller. Again, it's not just height, though, on this. It's also just sheer mass. Like, you hear, oh, he's 24 inches tall and he's 27. Oh, that's not much of a difference. It's like, on paper, it doesn't sound like it, but then you get them next to each other and you go, oh. One final point of comparison. The old Armada Unicron in robot mode. Again, you can see much taller. You can see just how much taller he is. I mean, Armada Unicron doesn't even barely just comes up to his hips. Yeah, he's monstrous. And of course, Armada Unicron is the basis for a lot of the later repaints and whatnot, which are more G1 accurate. So you can, if you have one of those, you pretty much have an idea. Kind of. There's a bunch of little figures to come with this, including, hey look, the Autobot shuttle. You can see that. A good old orange and silver. Wish it could actually separate. But yeah, it's a good old orange and silver. You can see that. And some bits of detail here, but again, it's pretty small. You can see he's got a little port on the bottom because Unicron comes with this little plastic stand right here, which plugs into this big stand. Well, yeah, it plugs into this big stand. Which, yeah, it's either one. You can do here, plug into there. They can plug into there, I can plug into there, I can plug into there. Any of those, I like to put it off to the side here. I can plug into any of those things and then you can just plug the ship onto the stand like that. Other thing is, well, little tiny minifigures. There's little tiny minifigures, Galvatron and Rodimus. When I say tiny, I mean tiny. I mean tiny. Yeah, those are these little tiny, what they call slug figures. You can see my finger there. Just to give you a point of reference, here's a Titan Master from the... Yeah, they're small. And a lot of people are afraid of losing them, not surprisingly. But if you're afraid of losing them, well, don't worry, they can actually plug in the stand. There's a bunch of slots on the stand. Bunch of little slots on the stand. Bunch of them, you just plug them in like that. And they'll stay there. They're actually pretty secure as well, which is a good thing because, again, really easy to lose these, I feel. Really easy to lose them. So, there's that. This stand. So what's the whole point of this stand, you may wonder? Well, it's actually for Unicron's head specifically. Because the other thing is he also has a couple things like he has a swappable face and chin. And those you just, well, you pop this off. You just pop it off. Get a little tricky. Yeah. You also can see he's got a tech detailing underneath. And he's got eyes, which there's a little thing in the back here. There's a little thing in the back here which you move this back and forth and the eyes go back and forth. Unfortunately, you can't really see this super well when the faceplate is on, but that's there, I guess, for the thing, because it references that one season 3 episode where Unicron wants new eyes. Anyway, you can also pull this off because you got a second chin, because, well, you got 2 different chins in the movie anyway, so. And it just slides on over, and then you can also put the damaged face on, which you can see right there. There's a whole bunch of holes in it and whatnot. There's a bunch of holes. His eyes are cracked, because they went to his head and stuff. Yeah. So, do that, and this just plugs on like right here on the stand. So you can have Unicron on planet mode and this thing on the stand right here, and yeah, pretend it's floating around. All floating around Cybertron. You can do all that. So that's a thing which you can do with it. If you want to have a separate display for the head and whatnot. That's why the head's removable. So yeah, that's it for the extras. One other cool thing you can see, yeah, the big old stand here. There's one other thing you can do, which is if you want to take the extra faceplate and chin piece, you can go ahead and actually store them. They kind of store underneath here, right here. Actually, you can see that. Yeah, they more or less store right here, and you can just. Or just go in here like this. I believe either faceplate. So, just if you want looking for a place to store them. Yeah, you have to kind of clip it in pretty good because otherwise it'll just fall out on that. And then, yeah, the chin piece here can go just right in here. This, of course, this goes slots right into the chin. Then you got that stores. And some people have reported that it's, kind of a little too loose for their liking, because, as in, they're worried it's going to fall out and get all scraped up if you move the stand. But I think it's fine, honestly. But I don't know. Might be. So yeah, if you're really worried, just don't move the stand while it's, they're plugged underneath. But as long as you're just, leaving it as is, it'll stay in just fine. So that's a thing to know. Now, one other thing to talk about is, of course, kind of the elephant in the room regarding Unicron here, which is the backpack. That, basically, and also that he's a shell former, essentially. That pretty much his almost entire hull mode winds up on his back there, or on his legs. This has upset quite a few people, claiming that I've seen lots of claims of lazy engineering and whatnot, or cheaping out. I'm not one of those people. Again, I know why. They're kind of go for a really accurate planet mode. And because the majority of Unicron is kind of orange and silver in robot mode and mostly blue in planet mode, you kind of have to make some decisions. Now, Zeta, the core star did make a very different decision, but it's also very complicated compared to this. Like, this thing's not that complicated to transform, again, from a technical level. And I think that's what Hather was going for. They didn't want a hyper-technical, complicated transformation. So they decided to go with, this instead. So yeah, this has upset some people. That is a very large backpack. You can see just how thick it is. There's a lot of stacked panels there. There's a lot of stacked panels on the leg as well. So yeah, if that really bothers you, this is not for you. This is a kind of a big part of Unicron here, that he's going to have a lot of stacked panels. The only thing is, you can remove them if you want. There's there's a couple like mushroom pegs in the leg parts, and up here on this thing there's a pin you can knock out. And if you do that, yeah, you can absolutely remove the panels and have a clean, quote unquote clean robot mode. But then you're kind of making it much more difficult to transform him. And yeah, people go, oh look, you can pretty much have a planet without him. It's like, kind of, but there's going to be some gaps and he's whatnot, and it's not going to hold together super well. I've seen some of the pictures of people claim to, oh, this is a complete planet mode outside of the robot mode. It's like, not really. It's some pieces missing. Yeah, this is a big part of it. And yeah, that is a big backpack. He does make him back heavy and everything, as I mentioned. And yeah, it's a thing. It is absolutely a thing that you kind of have to live with if you're going to have Unicron here. It's just, there's no way around that. So, yeah, just an FYI, I guess. Just had to talk about it, because otherwise people will be like, well, why didn't you talk about the backpack at all? It's like, yeah, it exists. I don't mind personally. I get it. Again, I get it. I understand what they were going for with this particular release of Unicron. So I'm okay with it personally, but I know a lot of people aren't, and I understand that. There's nothing wrong with not being okay with it, but don't spend $600 on something when you've seen the pictures or more and then complain about the backpack. It's like, you knew what you're getting into. Why'd you spend so much if you don't like it? So yeah, if you really, really just want a clean robot mode, Core Star does exist. So there's that. Yeah, so just had to bring that up real quick, that there is this thing, for better or for worse. So that's War for Cybertron Unicron. He's big. He's expensive. He's unwieldy. He's difficult to work with, and I do not regret getting it at all. I know a lot of people have been going for the third party Zeta, not Zeta, Core Star. I get why, for a money part, because the whole oh look, it doesn't have all the kibble, it doesn't have the, it doesn't have kibble and stuff, and it's and whatnot. So that's a big thing, bonus for a lot of people. For me, the problem is well, he was kind of spendy too, and also this thing's just bigger. And yeah, for a lot of people, also the planet mode on this guy is more accurate to the cartoon. Although, yeah, even with the kind of bluer maw than expected, this guy's planet mode is far more accurate to the cartoon. That's was a big selling point for a lot of people. So here's the thing. He was $575 when he was revealed and everything, but you can't buy him for that price anymore unless you get really lucky and find someone who's willing to sell it to you at cost, and will probably hand it to you in person, because shipping is going to be a nightmare on this thing. I'm hearing people triple digits just continental US, within the continental US. Forget about international. So yeah, shipping is going to be expensive if you buy this guy, because here's the thing, on eBay and whatnot, most people are selling it for $1,200 or more. Big Bad Toy Store and Toys TF Source have both listed extra copies for more than $1,200 each. He is expensive, and he's going to cost you a lot if you didn't already back it. Now, if you're watching this con and wanting to see what he's like before, as you're waiting for yours to arrive, then great. You already know, again, you're kind of an idea what to expect. But if you're sitting looking at this, because you're kind of hoping to get one on the aftermarket, well, here's the thing. I don't know if he's really worth $1,200. I didn't pay $1,200, so I can't really say that. I got him. I backed him. So as far as I'm concerned, yeah, for $600, easy, for sure. But at literally double the price or more? I don't know. It really depends. How much do you want Unicron? A big, again, 27-inch tall Unicron. How much do you want that? That's really going to decide whether or not he's worth it for you. He's not going to be cheap regardless of how you get him. On the aftermarket, I don't think Hasbro has any plans of making another run of this guy or anything. I don't think that's going to happen. So that's kind of comes down to it is... are you okay with paying that much, literally double or triple sticker price? Because he's amazing, but I'm not sure if he's $1,200 amazing. And that's going to be the thing, is like you will not likely have an opportunity to get him for less than that at this point. If you haven't already, didn't already back him at, or whatever. So I don't know. It really comes down to, like, if you see this and you just need him now, then you might be worth it. But if you see this and go, I don't know. It might be that at this point, like, because of sheer cost, if you just want a somewhat large Unicron, the third-party option might be your best bet, even though I think that's only 18 inches tall. Only 18 inches tall. So even a lot of the Titan class stuff towers over that one. So it's just kind of comes down to a lot of factors, and I can't really decide for you on that. So, yeah. I hope that was helpful in some way. If you were on the fence on that, if you have one listing on eBay that you're looking at and you're on the fence, then maybe this helped you, maybe this didn't. I don't know. It's hard to guess. I don't think I would personally pay $1,200 for it, but you never know. I was never put in that situation, so I don't know for sure. But anyway, I personally enjoy him, and I do not regret getting him, and I just got to figure out where to put him, like a lot of us do. So, that's it. I hope you found this informative and entertaining. I hope you like, comment, subscribe. You can check out my Twitter. I'm at Nemesis Prime 1, and check out the Patreon or Coffee and support me that way. Thanks. This is the reason why a lot of you taken a long time for a lot of videos to show up on the channel. It's been quite a bit since the last video, and this is pretty much this and a couple other things like getting vaccinated was that took that was a whole bunch of stuff there. So that's why this is pretty much the big reason as to why it's taken so long. So I hope to see you then, or hope to see you for future videos and whatnot. I'll be finishing up the rest of Kingdom Wave 2, Wave 1, getting into Wave 2. And yeah, you'll see those as they come out. And hopefully some of the third-party guys will start coming up. And then in a couple months, we'll, Starscream, Wave 3 of Kingdom, and so on and so forth. Take care of you guys, and I'll see you next time for the next video review.